but we'll get started. Let's start in a child's pose on your mat. And your child's pose can be knees together or knees wide apart, whichever feels nicer for your body this morning. Hips heavy towards your heels, arms stretched out long in front of you, forehead toward the ground. If your forehead doesn't rest on the ground automatically, you could stick a block or a pillow or something underneath it as well, just to give you something to rest the forehead into so that you can really release down into it. Great, welcome everybody. For anyone who's new to me, my name is Jess. This is 45 minutes of power flow. So today we're gonna do a little bit of everything, maybe break a sweat. As always, modify as needed. You can bump things up, you can bump things down. It's really about honoring what you need today. I'll give you lots of options, but pay attention to yourself. What feels good, what feels right. There's no judgment about how you do your practice. It's all for you. Okay, so we're starting here in a child's pose, taking a moment, just tune into your breath. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out your nose. And try to establish this sort of even rhythm of inhales and exhales. Notice that transition from off the mat, the outside world, everything you've been doing and thinking about, transition to on the mat, in your body, paying attention to self. We'll take about 3 more big breaths here. If you'd like to set an intention for practice, go ahead and do so. And then as you're ready, stretch your arms out long in front of you, press into your palms, rise up to all fours. Take a few cat-cows here, just inhaling, looking up, and exhaling to look down. Move back and forth, warming up a little bit. And then as you're ready, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, down dog. And just continue that wiggling, warming up movement. Pedal the feet, maybe shake the head. Just arriving into your body, into this practice time. Come into stillness in your down dog. Take a big breath in. Huge exhale out. On the inhale, rock forward to a high plank, stacking your shoulders right over the wrists. Feel your belly button pulling in and up towards your spine. Heels reach back behind you. Strong and powerful here. One more big breath in. And then as you exhale, press up and back down dog. Then we'll move that. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, press up and back down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. 3 more like that, nothing fancy, just warming up the body and the shoulders. Meeting back in your down dog. Go ahead and bend your knees. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet, folding in half over your legs. Drop your head, hang loose. You might grab opposite elbows and give that little sway side to side. Shake the head, yes and no. Release the hands, interlace them at your low back, and straighten the arms up and over. Really wringing out your shoulders and your chest. And then release your hands down. Walk them back up to the top of the mat, down dog once again. Take a huge breath in. and out. Let's lift the right leg up and back behind you. Really press your foot back. So energetically, you're reaching back behind you. The hands are pushing forward and down. On your next exhale, touch knee to nose. Inhale, take it up and back. And then cross it under, right knee touches left elbow. Inhale, take it up and back. Right knee goes over to the right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Bring your knee all the way up to your forehead, and then step your foot between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms up, and sink into your hips. Breathing here, heavy into the hips, but the chest and the heart are rising tall. 3 more big breaths. As you exhale, hands come down. Draw your hips back, straighten out the front leg, so we're in a half split. Breathe as you fold over the right leg. Feel the stretch down the back of the hips, the hamstrings, the low back. And then go ahead and rebend that front knee. Tuck your back toes under, lift up the back knee, step back, down dog. Big, huge breath in. Big, huge breath out. Take your left foot, reach it up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, press up and back. Exhale, cross it under, touch your right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Touch your left elbow. Inhale, back. Knee to forehead. Step the foot between the hands. Lower the right knee. Inhale as you rise. Sink in and stretch. Two more breaths here. And then hands come down, draw the hips back, straighten the left leg. Half splits as you fold forward. Two more breaths, softening into the stretch. And then rebend that front leg, hands to the mat, step back, down dog. 2 big cleansing breaths here. In the nose, open your mouth, exhale. Inhale, empty it out. Look forward and tiptoe with straight-ish legs towards the top of your mat. When you arrive there, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in half. Stand up on the inhale, reach for the sky, look up. And exhale your hands to your heart. Nice, take a big breath in. Let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, diving forward all the way down. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands go down, both feet step back, high plank and hold. Nice and strong in this high plank, so different than a down dog. Lift your right leg up and back if you can. You could also lower your left knee if you want to take some work out of this. As you exhale, touch your knee to your nose. Inhale, take it back, high plank. Take that right knee, touch your left elbow, keeping the hips low. Send it back. Then the right knee touches the right elbow, and you take it back. One more time, touch your knee to your forehead. Look forward, step that foot between your hands. Different when you're in a high plank than a down dog, right? High lunge from here, rise up. Keeping your back knee lifted, strong core, strong legs, breathe. One more big breath here, lift your chest high. Exhale, hands down, straighten the front leg, folding over it. So we're stretching the right leg, right hip a little bit differently than we did before. And breathe. To add a little sensation here, try drawing the right hip back 1 millimeter. Last breath. And then rebend that front leg, palms to the ground, step back to down dog. From your down dog, take a huge breath in. And exhale it out. Rock forward to high plank. Hips are in line with shoulders, nice and strong. Lift that left leg, left foot up and back just a bit. Exhale, left knee to nose, the center nose, the only one you have. Take it back. Left knee to right elbow, press it back. Left knee to left elbow, and back. Last one, left knee to forehead. Step your foot between your hands. High lunge. Left foot is in front, reach for the sky. And breathe. Two more breaths here. Feel the power in your legs, so strong. And then straighten that left leg and forward fold. Left hip drawing back in space. Rebend the left leg, palms to the mat, step back, down dog, and breathe. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Bend those knees, look forward. Inhale, feet to hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half. Rise all the way up, reach for the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Okay, let's get moving a little bit faster, picking up the pace, getting the breath flowing a little more. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands down, feet step back. High push up, lower down to low push up, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath in, one breath out. Lift your right leg up and back behind you. Step your foot between your hands, high lunge, rise up tall. Big breath in, big breath out, hands down, back to down dog. You can flow with the chaturanga, or you could skip this part and just meet here in down dog. One breath. Then the left leg rises, step it forward, high lunge, rise up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Find your way back to down dog. Your variation, your path that serves you best. And we meet here. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, feet to hands, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Stand up, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that same pattern once again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, flatten out. Hands down, feet step or float back. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. One breath. Right foot reaches up and back. Step it forward, high lunge. Rise up. Take one big inhale here. And then exhale, hands down, back to down dog. One breath in down dog. Left foot reaches up and back. Step it forward, high lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, hands down, back to down dog. And in your down dog, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Feet to hands, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Stand up tall, touch the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, stand tall for a moment. Take a breath or two. Notice, how's your body feeling? How's your breath? How are you? Looking good, everybody. Put all of the weight over into your left foot. Hug your right knee up to your chest. Stand a little bit taller and then straighten that right foot out in front of you. Hands can be on your hips or by your side or at your heart. Reach strong through your leg here. You got this for 3, 2, lift a little higher, and then bend your knee. Try to kick yourself in the butt. Tip yourself forward and turn this into a warrior 3. Breathing here, strong and steady for 3, and 2, and 1. Gracefully step it back to a high lunge. Reach the arms high. Nice, big breath in, big breath out. Tip forward to that warrior 3 again, and then just transitioning through it, hands down, back leg high, standing splits, and breathe. If you'd like to play with the balance here, take the left hand and grab your ankle. Maybe take the right hand and grab your ankle. Ooh, breathe. And then bring the right toes to meet the left toes, top of the mat, forward fold. Heel toe your feet, hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift for length. Exhale, fold in half. Round all the way up to standing. Reach out and up, looking up. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Put all the weight into your right foot. Lift the left knee up. Straighten the left foot out. Strong, strong, strong here for 3. Keep that left leg high. 2, maybe a little higher. 1. Kick yourself in the butt. Slow and steady, transition it back. Warrior 3, hands can be at the heart or back like airplane arms, whatever works. And then bending into your standing leg, you slow motion step back, high lunge, inhale. Use that to expand your breath. Pull your belly button to spine, tip your torso forward, slow motion, warrior 3. Passing right through it, hands go down, left leg goes high, standing splits. And then if you'd like to play with balance, right hand goes to the right ankle, left hand goes to the right ankle, and you breathe. If you fall, you just come back to it. For 3, 2, and 1. Feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Feet hips width apart. In fact, let's take the feet wider. Let your toes hang off the edges. Let your heels be in. So it's a wide forward fold. And then just sway, wiggle it out. Let yourself relax. Round all the way up to standing. Heel toe your feet back together, either hips width or big toes touching at the top of the mat. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold right down the center. Halfway lift. Hands down, feet step or float back. Make your way to your down dog. From down dog, lift your right leg up and back. Step it forward in between your hands. This time, lower your back knee. Lift your chest. We're gonna work into some splits. There's options. So, straightening the front leg, you can half split by forward folding over that front leg. If you'd like to work toward a full split, if you have blocks or a prop, that's always really handy here. If not, that's okay. Hands to the ground, start to slide the right heel forward. As much as possible, if you're in the full split, work to keep your torso upright and breathe. Making some peace with an otherwise not so delightful pose. We'll breathe for 3, 2, 1. Start to pull the right heel back in. Bend the right leg, hands pressed down, find your way up and back to down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Left side, reach it up and back. Step it forward in between your hands. Lower the right knee, lift your chest. Make your choice, half splits or full splits or something on the way toward that. Straightening the left leg, either fold forward over it or start to wiggle that foot forward. I like to take mine off the front of my yoga mat because the floor is usually slipperier out front. And then you breathe right here. Give it one more big breath in and out. Pull the left heel back in. Rebend the left leg, hands to the mat. Find your way to down dog. Take a huge breath in. Huge breath out. Inhale. Exhale, bend those knees, look forward. Feet to hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half. Stand all the way up, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we'll go one more balancing pose, this time stretching more into the quads, the fronts of the legs, to balance all that work we've been doing for the back of the legs. So stand tall on the left foot, reach the left arm up to the sky. Take your right elbow at your waist and drop the hands straight down, and then reach down and grab a hold of your right foot. Try to bring your knees together and stand tall. You may already feel plenty of stretch into the front of your right leg. That's what we're looking for. Pull your heel in towards your butt as you stand really tall. Good, and you'll feel more stretch if you can pull the rib cage so that it's really stacked right over the top of the hips. Nice. Everyone looks really strong. Now from here, you can stay or start to kick back into the right hand. This turns it into a dancer pose. The right leg is lifting. I'm not very fussy about what's going on with your hips here. If it feels good for you to let the hips open up, do that. If it feels good for you to keep both hips pointing straight forward, do that. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then we'll meet standing at the top of the mat and take a big breath. Let's try it on the other side. Stand tall on your right leg. Left foot, you can reach down and grab your left foot. Sorry, right hand reaches high. Knees together, pull that left heel in toward the left glutes. Try not to let your rib cage pop forward, so pull that in over the top of the hips. Good, stretching into the quads. Maybe a little bit of hip flexor. Can your knees come together to touch? Good. And then if you'd like, it can grow into that dancer pose, starting to kick back into your hand. Still breathing, right? Looks really nice. Make your way back and stand tall, Tadasana. Good, everybody take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Okay, we're gonna go revisit that standing splits. Now, having done so much more stretching and more work around the legs and the hips, it might feel very different than the first time we did it. So stand nice and tall, top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold right down the middle.
Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down, feet step or float back. Find your way to down dog. From down dog, big breath in. Exhale it out. Right leg reaches up and back behind you. Exhale, touch knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. High lunge, reach up tall. Good. With control, tip your torso forward, fly to warrior three. And then hands drop as the left leg goes high to the sky, standing splits. You can balance, or you can play with pressing the hands into the ground. If you happen to have a wall handy and nothing on it that you're gonna break, you could even slide your leg up the wall. Really play with your splits sensation there. Something that you don't always get to do when you're in a yoga studio, but when you're home alone and you have lots of space, maybe there's room today. Good, yeah, handstand hops, also a thing you could be doing here. When you're ready, step to the top of the mat, big toes touching, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet step or float back, go back to down dog. From your down dog, breathe in, breathe out. Left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, step the left foot forward, high lunge. With this strength and control, tip the torso forward, fly to your warrior three. From there, hands drop down as the right leg goes high, standing splits. Once again, you have your options to play with, balancing, maybe falling over. Maybe you turn and you let the right leg stretch up the wall. Or maybe you do some handstand hops or handstand and hold. Beautiful. It's all just an exploration, right? What's going on in that body today? When you're ready, forward fold, top of the mat. Awesome, very nice. Take your feet nice and wide, toes hanging off the sides, heels are in a little bit. Drop down, Moasana, yogi's squat. Try to puff up the chest here, flatten out the back. Slide the collar or the shoulders down, the collarbones wide, and breathe. Then reach your hands forward, have a seat, Navasana. Come right up into this boat pose. Your spine is long, avoid rounding it out. Use the core and the hip flexors to lift the spine tall. For 5, 4, shins are parallel to the ground, or maybe you straighten them. 3, 2, and 1. Then go down, canoe pose. 5, 4, hovering the feet and the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Take it back up to that boat pose for 5, 4, still breathing and smiling. 3, 2, 1. Take it down, hover 1 inch off of the mat. Let's flutter those feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms up over your head, still hovering, and release. Take a moment. And then go ahead and bend your knees. Press your feet into the mat, fingertips reach down towards your heels. We'll do 3 rounds of back bending today. Exhale the breath out. Inhale to lift your hips high for bridge pose. You can stay right there. You can kind of tuck the shoulders underneath you and interlace your hands. Pressing the forearms down into the mat, the hips might lift a smidge higher. Make sure you're still breathing. 1 more breath, and then lower yourself down.
Take a little movement. It might be rocking the knees side to side or hugging them in, whatever helps your body to kind of neutralize. And then set up for round 2 of your back bends. It could be that same bridge pose, or if you'd like to take it up to a wheel, the feet are the same, bend the knees, plant the feet on the mat. Hands come next to the shoulders, elbows pointing up towards the sky. Exhale, empty yourself out. Inhale, push the ground away. Press strong through your arms, strong through your legs, and breathe. With control, you tuck your chin to your chest to come down out of that. And then once again, give yourself whatever little movement helps things to neutralize. And then one more round, round 3. You decide, bridge or wheel or something else that you've got up your sleeve. Take your back bend of choice. Go there for about 5 breaths. See if you can make it smooth and steady. Make sure the legs are engaged here. The glutes, the core. Really nice work, everybody. Looks strong. When you finish those 5 breaths, find your way back down. And then hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a squeeze. A little side to side rock. Great job. Okay, straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Keeping your tailbone on the mat for a moment. Tuck your hands just underneath your hips. We're gonna work a little bit more of that strength. Zip your legs together, reach long through your heels and pull your belly button down towards the ground below you. From here, lower your legs halfway. Take a breath. Lower the legs 1 inch off of the mat. Look down at your toes, flutter for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zip them together, take them back up. Take a breath. We're doing it again. Lower your legs halfway. Breathe in. Lower to 1 inch off of the mat. Look at your toes. Scissors one over the other for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs go back up. We've got one more round because things are nice in sets of 3. So we lower halfway. Lower 1 inch off of the mat. Look at your toes. Keep the legs glued together and tick-tock side to side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flop. Relax. Notice how it feels to build that strength. That's working muscles deep on the inside. And then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest one more time. We'll get upside down with a shoulder stand today, unless you'd like to take any other inversion of your choice. Go ahead and do so safely. For shoulder stand, take the legs straight up to the sky. And then toss those feet up and over. So we're going towards plow pose first. And from your plow pose, bring your hands to your low back. Then you lift the legs high to the sky. Then you breathe here. Enjoy going upside down for a few breaths. Five more breaths to be in this inversion. If you'd like, you can play with the legs, moving around, crisscrossing, maybe some Baddha Konasana legs. When you're ready to come down, you go back to plow pose. Let that stretch the spine along. I feel it so much in my low back. And then slow and steady, roll yourself out.
You control the speed that you lower your legs until you're all the way down. Take a big breath here on your back. Let's see, these 45 minutes go so fast all the time. Let's hug your right knee in and up to your chest. Give that right knee a squeeze. Wiggle it around a little bit in your hip joint. And then we're going to take a half happy baby. So take your right arm inside of the right leg and hold onto your foot. You can use that to let the right knee come towards the right armpit. Maybe you work to straighten the right leg a little bit, or just keep the knee bent, your choice. Really, it's an exploration. How does the back of the leg feel after all of that stretch and strength we gave it? How does your hip feel? One more breath here in this half happy baby. And then go ahead and release. Straighten the right leg down to the mat. Left knee hugs up. Give it a nice squeeze here. Then reach inside of the left foot, grab a hold of it, or inside of the left knee, I should say. Grab a hold of the left foot. Half happy baby on this side. Once again, wiggle it around. Maybe straighten the leg. Feel the places in the hip, all the places along the back of the leg. Give it one more breath and half happy baby. And then release the left leg down to meet the right. We'll take one final twist. So we hug the right knee into the chest one more time. And then guide it across your body to twist, dropping it down towards the floor. Extend the right arm out. Gaze all the way over to your right thumb if you can. Come back through the center. Switch legs, hug the left knee in, straighten the right down to the ground. Guide the left leg across your body to twist. And look over there to your left thumb. Breathe. Come back onto your back. Hug that left knee and then pull the right knee in to meet it. One last squeeze, hug the knees, chin to chest. And on an exhale, release for your Shavasana. Allow your whole body to lie in a way that works best for you. Maybe that's knees bent or legs straight, arms by your side, or maybe up and out. When you've settled into that position that works best for you, then just give yourself permission to stay there and be still. Let the breath become natural. Notice how it feels to just be still. We'll take about 5 more breaths here. And then gently start to deepen the breath. Invite movement back to fingers and toes. Your head can rock from side to side. On your next inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. Take a big full body stretch. And then turn onto one side, coming into a fetal position. And for this last moment of your practice, just tell yourself thank you. Recognize what a gift it is to carve out this time to take care of yourself. And then when you're ready, rise back up to seated. Your eyes can close, your hands can rest at your heart. And we'll end our practice together with 3 breaths. We inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bowing forward, we honor this practice of yoga for all it teaches us. Mind, body, spirit, on the mat and off. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice today.